When I wrote Daphne and the Marmalade Cow, a lot of it was written during COVID and possibly before. I'm not really sure. It's all a bit blurry. My daughter and I would go for walks in a place called Middlewood, which is in Suffolk, near where we lived. It was near a little village called Ofton. And this wood is an ancient wood, and we would walk there and walk around in the woods and make little dens and make up stories. And first of all, she was in like a pouch in front of me, and then she would toddle along. And then as she started talking, then she helped me make up the stories as well. And we invented all sorts of creatures, like flying forest sharks and clock bears. Now, clock bears ended up in the book Daphne and the Marmalade Cow. This is when we first hear about them. It's chapter 5. Not too far away from Tumbledown Farm as the crow flies, but deep in the heart of Stewmarket Forest, a brother and sister were eating berries from a bush. They both wore blue dungarees and stout boots.
"These ones are too juicily,"
said the boy, who was called Bracket.
"That's because you are squish-dushling them with your claws,"
shouted his sister from the other side of the bush.
"Well, what else am I supposed to do, Dash?" said Bracket. "Take the berries off the bush with my face?"
Dash laughed so much at this that she fell backwards onto her round furry bottom and lay there giggling for quite a while.
"Come on, silly," said her brother. "We're supposed to fill this basket with berries and goodies for Mum and Dad. We promised we would be home by sundown time to give them to the Queen."
"We've got hours yet," growled Dash, standing up. "But I suppose you're right." Both Bracket and Dash had deep brown eyes and were covered in fur. Bracket was a chocolate brown colour with white patches on his face and back. Dash was a pale ginger sort of colour, a bit like a camel. They had the round ears of a bear and the long noses too, because of course they were bears. Bears that lived in Stewmarket Forest. In their dungarees and boots, they looked extremely wonderful. If they were to undo the flaps of their dungarees, however, you would see that on their bellies were strange markings in their fur, circles and swirls, white spirals and black calibrations. Their markings were similar on all bears of their kind. They looked a little like clocks, for Bracket and Dash were clock bears.